Hey everyone, it's Georgia and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a bit of a chatty video. This isn't an update video really or anything. I don't really know what I'm going to call this video. I don't know whether I'm going to make it a part of my RealTalk series or whether I'm just going to upload this by itself. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this video. There was things that I wanted to talk about, so I thought I'd talk about them with you guys. This is just me being real, talking to you guys and letting you guys know a bit about what's happening in my life, what's happened in my life, and just sort of having a bit of a heart-to-heart with you guys. So if you don't like chatty videos, click out of this video now because this video is going to be very chatty. I thought I would film back in this spot again because I'm kind of liking it. I kind of feel like it's cute. I've always wanted like my own little simple background, and so I feel like this is it. It's a bit of a change from like sitting on my bed, so I don't know, we'll keep things interesting anyway. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what's sort of been going on in my life. I'm not really going to go into details about anything. I'm just going to be talking in general, sort of. I've told you guys in my vlogs, if you guys have been watching them, I've been keeping you guys updated, and you probably would have seen and noticed that a little while ago I wasn't really myself. I wasn't as happy as I have been. A lot of things have been going on in my life, and just, you know, life's been crazy recently, and you can definitely see that in my vlogs. I've been quite open about how I'm feeling in my vlogs, and I've tried to keep it really real. I've said before, but I'll say it again, I am all about like being honest and true with you guys. I mean, I'm not going to hide my emotions. I'm not going to make it seem like I live like this spectacular life. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my life, but I'm just saying I'm not going to like sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to be like, you know, pretend that I'm living this magnificent lifestyle when I'm not. So I'm going to keep it really real, and that's just the kind of person that I am, the kind of videos that I want to be making for you guys. And I don't want you guys to think that, like, you know, I don't get upset or that, you know, I never have bad days, because I do. I definitely do. I just feel like it's important, while I share with you guys all of the good times and everything like that, I also want to be really real and share with you guys the not so good times, and, you know, to show you guys I am human too. I'm just like you guys. I want you guys to feel like you have someone who's like, who feels the same way, who's just as human as you guys are, you know. I'm nothing special. So anyway, enough about that. I am going to be explaining a little bit in a general way. I'm not really ready to like discuss all the details of everything. Maybe I will be one day, but today is not that day. But today I really felt like talking about friends and family and just sort of what has been going on, I guess. For the past few months I have been struggling a little bit. I'm one of those people that I'm actually quite harsh on myself. I try and just suck things up. I'm just like, you know, get on with it. Georgia, stop being stupid, stop being dramatic. And, you know, sometimes you're not being dramatic. Sometimes you're being completely real, and you need to sort of work out the difference between the two, between being dramatic and being real. As of quite recently, I would say this year definitely. It was definitely present last year, but this year it's become a lot more like known to me, I guess. Basically, I've started getting some help with my anxiety. So I do have anxiety. I have social and generalized anxiety. So basically these are like the scenarios where I feel most anxious. If I have to like perform in a certain way, if I have to, if I put like the pressure on myself, if I place any pressure on myself, I get very, very anxious. And, you know, anxiousness is just like a human emotion. Like, we all get a little bit anxious every now and then, but I struggle to deal with it. I let it overpower me and consume me, which is not what it should be like at all. So yeah, it's just like a mental game that I'm playing with myself, and like there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, you know, some people make it seem like it's a really bad thing. It's really not. So many people have anxiety, and you'll be surprised how many people that you know actually have it. It's not necessarily something that we all talk about. We probably should talk about it a lot more than we do. People, I can understand, because I'm the exact same. I don't want to seem, you know, weak, or I don't want people to think, you know, I'm any less of a person, which is ridiculous, because there is no way that people should think that I'm any less of a person just because I have anxiety. So anyway, back onto like the scenarios. This is very wishy-washy, but onto the scenarios that make me feel quite anxious. I get anxious when I'm in crowds. I get very anxious when I feel like people are looking down on me. I overthink a lot. I like create lots of scenarios in my head. I jump to conclusions. I assume the worst sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And there's just been a few things happening in my life which has made my anxiety a lot worse recently. For example, I've had some problems with friends, which has made my anxiety a lot worse. I had problems with uni, as you guys know. That made me quite anxious. I placed a lot of pressure on myself to do well and to stick to it when it really wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. There was a bit of like bullying and just a bit of a toxic environment in my old workplace. So yeah, my like doctors and stuff assured me that quitting that was gonna be a good idea, and it definitely was, but that increased my anxiety a lot. Boy problems, you know, there was just a lot of things that have been happening that have all built up, and as of recently it's been very, very hard to deal with my anxiety. I'm a lot better now, like, than I was. That is why I'm making this video, because I'm coming out of the other side. But I just wanted to talk about it openly with you guys because, you know, it's not a secret. It was sort of about me feeling like I could openly talk about it, which did take a little bit of time, but that's to be expected. All throughout grade 12, I did place a lot of pressure on myself to do well. My sister is incredibly smart. Like, she definitely got the brains. Always being the youngest sibling, I placed a lot of pressure on myself to reach her milestones, I guess, and sort of like match what she did, which is really, really stupid because we're completely different people. We're good at different things. We have different strengths and different weaknesses, you know, we're just not the same person, so that's unrealistic. But yeah, I didn't want to let my parents down. I placed a whole lot of pressure on myself, especially in grade 12, to, you know, not let anyone down, and I sort of ran myself down by the end of grade 12. Like, I was dead. Like, I was so done and I was exhausted. So yeah, that like increased my anxiety a lot. And then after school, you know, I had like my time to like celebrate and like relax and stuff, but then once it got into like uni stuff, my anxiety increased back up again. I still had like all this same pressure on myself to match what my sister was doing and be that kind of person, but at the same time I was very anxious because I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I was in like the wrong course. I was like, this is not for me. This is not what I thought it was going to be. And I was like comparing myself to everyone around me, and I was like, everyone else around me is enjoying their courses, and I was like, why am I not? It just wasn't really what I expected, and I guess that made me quite anxious. I've overcome that. That's all done and gone now, and now I'm moving on to my next semester of uni, doing a completely different course at a different uni. I haven't started yet. When you see this, I may have already started. I'll obviously be vlogging it all, but you know, I may make a video reflecting on this new choice that I've made. I'm quite excited about it and like the things I'm going to learn. I really want to be a psychologist, so I'm waiting to add on psychology at the beginning of next year, but I'm starting my dual degree now because I want to do justice and psychology. But then this year I've had like friendship problems. I've lost friends, I've gained friends, I've had to put myself in situations that I normally wouldn't, which obviously made me quite anxious. I've had issues with boys and like dating. I've had people in my life who were just sort of bringing me down, didn't really add anything to my life. I had a lot of people in my life change, and that was hard for me to deal with. That gave me quite a lot of anxiety. There was just a lot of changes in such a small amount of time, and my anxiety levels were through the roof. And the last sort of problem was like the boy issues and stuff. I was feeling so worthless. I was feeling terrible about myself. I would blame myself for everything, and like, you know, I shouldn't have. I was placing so much pressure on myself, and you know, I was just feeling terrible about myself. And you know, I was with people who weren't, at the time anyway, that weren't there for me. I was there for all of them, even while all of this was unfolding. I was there, you know, I was like wanting to make everybody happy. The effort that I was putting into other people, I wasn't getting back. And so obviously that is quite draining on a person. And yeah, I was just feeling terrible about myself. I had my time to like cry about it. I was quite upset for a fair period of time, but it just sort of got to a point where I was like, you know what? And I was like, I need to do something about it. I don't want to keep living like this. I don't want to keep feeling sick all the time. I have the type of anxiety that makes my stomach go like straight away. I will feel sick. I won't be able to eat anything. I'll feel like throwing up. I like dry reach, and it's honestly terrible. I can't even explain to you how much that sucks. But sometimes I just get anxious in like randomly, like it just comes on. I don't try and get anxious, but like sometimes when I'm just out in public, it'll just come on. You know, I need to take a step back to calm myself down. My friends and my family are so understanding of that now. I think I've gotten rid of all the people who don't understand that, and aren't really there for me. I'm sort of just like a prop for them. Whereas now in my life, I want people who are going to actually be there for me, you know, who are gonna support me, who I can support. You know, we can bounce back off each other. It's not like me giving myself to someone and not getting anything back. So yeah, there was a lot of working out, you know, like who is actually there for me, you know, not just trying to get something out of me. But yes, I've started seeing a psychologist to sort of just give me like some tips on dealing with my anxiety and helping me manage it a lot better, giving me some life tips as well, just helping me manage a little bit better. And I've honestly noticed like so many improvements. I feel so much better. I'm so much happier. I've been able to reevaluate my life a little bit and work out what I am doing, why I'm doing the things I'm doing, and who I sort of want around me. I've realized that there's a lot of people out there who aren't as nice as they appear, and those are the kind of people that I don't want in my life. I want genuine people, just really beautiful, kind people. And I've chosen to surround me, and I'm so grateful, so incredibly grateful for all of the friends that I have. I wouldn't be as happy as I am today if it wasn't for my friends and family. I just honestly have such a beautiful people in my life, and I'm so lucky that I found them. And my family, everyone has been such a good support for me, and that's what you need. If you don't have friends that, you know, are going to support you through thick and thin, if you're not going to be there for someone during their bad days, you don't deserve to be there for their good days. So that's one of the things that I sort of realized and helped me work out who were my real friends and who I didn't really need anymore, who weren't helping me any, and yeah, who I just didn't really need in my life. I'm so over toxic people, and I know the kind of people that I want to have in my life, I want to surround myself with, and I'm just in a much better place now. But these last few weeks have been absolutely crazy. I have like almost gone insane. It has been a roller coaster of emotions, but I'm managing my anxiety. I've worked out things, I've thought things through clearly, I'm coming out the other side, and I'm feeling so much better for it. But I guess what I'm trying to say to you guys is that if you are going through a tough time, you are going to get to the other side. I know it's so incredibly hard, believe me, but you just need to stick it out. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. I believe that there's a plan for all of us, that everything just happens for a reason, even if it's something so terrible. One door closes and another one opens. Things fall apart so that other things can fall into place, and I'm honestly such a big believer of that. I just want you guys to know that, you know, if you're going through something tough, it's okay, and that, yeah, you're not stupid. Like, if something makes you upset, it makes you upset, you know? Just because it doesn't make someone else upset doesn't mean you're stupid for, you know, getting upset over that. Different things upset different people. You have the power to do whatever you want with your life. You have the power to choose who's in your life. If you've got people in your life who are just weighing you down, who aren't there for you, you know, you need to do a massive cleanse. Get rid of those people and you'll feel so much better for it. Honestly, can say that I have never felt so good. I just have such a clear head. I have motivations, I have goals, I have sort of a path, you know. I don't know exactly where I'm trying to get to, but I'm figuring it out as I go, and I just want you guys to know that, you know, I'm here for you guys. You guys have friends. You guys have a family that's there for you guys. You know, if you guys ever need someone, that is what I am here for. I am always here for you guys, every single one of you. You guys have always been there for me. I've had so much support again from you guys, sending me beautiful messages, helping me out. I've honestly been blown away with the love that you guys have shown me. Oh, it makes me a little bit emotional. I'm not gonna cry because I'm not wearing waterproof mascara, but you guys have helped me out so much more than you guys will ever know. I love talking to you guys, the messages you guys have sent me, and yeah, you guys are just always there. It's so nice to have a bit of a support system that you can bounce off, and yeah, you guys just have been wonderful, and I really wanted to thank you guys for that. I think I'm gonna end this video here because I've been talking for a very long time, but I just sort of wanted to, you know, chat to you guys, be real with you guys. This is what's going on, this is what's happening. Yeah, that's just how it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope some of you guys even feel a little bit inspired or just feel a lot better knowing that someone else has gone through a similar thing or is just going through a tough time as well. I wish you guys seriously all the happiness in the world. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys all very soon. Mwah. Bye guys.